I need you guys to understand the importance of the history that you are witnessing at this moment. You are witnessing right now, in real time, the violation of international law, the violation of the Geneva Conventions, and the targeting of journalists that are supposed to be protected. And you're witnessing it before it even happens. Because the IOF today put out a kill list on these journalists. These 6 journalists right here, they put out a statement saying that these Al Jazeera journalists are, of course, Hamas and Islamic Jihad. From the IOF's Twitter, exposed. 6 Al Jazeera journalists have been exposed as Hamas and Islamic Jihad terrorists. The IOF has disclosed intelligence. Okay, stop. Anytime you hear them say the IOF did anything, no, it's a lie. Anytime you hear disclosed intelligence, no, it's a lie. Ask them immediately, where's the evidence for this? Numerous documents found in Gaza confirming military affiliations of 6 Al Jazeera journalists in Gaza with Hamas and the Islamic Jihad terrorist organizations, including personal tables, lists of training. Okay, I don't need to read any more of that BS statement. But the importance of showing you that was to show you that they are telegraphing what they're about to do. They are literally telling the world that they are about to assassinate journalists, which is against international law. I want you to imagine for a second if Vladimir Putin did this, if the Russian military put out a statement claiming that journalists were a part of terrorist organizations, and we all know what that means. In fact, we don't need to wonder, because it literally just happened that the U.S. negotiated with Russia to get a U.S. journalist back that was in prison for similar reasons. Russia made BS claims about him, and the U.S. lost their ever-loving fucking minds and could recognize that they were targeting a journalist. But you can't hear? Because that's all the Israeli regime does. Notice, pay attention, they never provide a shred of evidence. They never provide evidence that any of these people are a part of these groups. All they say is they're terrorists. They're terrorists. That's all they need to say. It's the magic word. All they have to say is that they're Hamas and Hezbollah and Islamic Jihad, and that's it. No evidence needed. All they have to do is claim they're terrorists, and then they put a target on their back, and then they assassinate them. This is absolutely fucking insane. It is becoming way too normalized in this country and around the entire world for them to just target journalists like this. It is actually insane. Where the fuck is the Western media, okay? Where is CNN? Where is Reuters? Where is the New York Times? Where's the Washington Post? Why aren't Dana Bash and Tapper Jake on the case? Where's the Wall Street Journal? Where's the BBC? Where's the Committee to Protect Journalists? Where's Piers But Do You Condemn Hamas Morgan? Jim Acosta and all you hacks over in the mainstream corporate Western media that cried during the entire Trump administration because of his attacks on journalists? Where the fuck are you? This is what they do. They target journalists. And by the way, reminder that they're not allowing any foreign journalists into Gaza and have not since the beginning of the genocide, which is also unprecedented. Unprecedented that they are not allowing Western journalists or anybody from the outside into Gaza. That's it. So the only people that can show us what's happening, the only people that can tell us what's really going on are civilians in Gaza and their press. What do you think the goal is here? Foreign journalists aren't allowed in, and the journalists they do have, they keep assassinating. 200. They have already killed 200 journalists in Gaza, for fuck's sake. And people are just acting like this is normal. Am I losing my goddamn mind? Pretend it's China. Pretend it's China. Pretend it was North Korea doing this. Pretend it was Russia doing this. If this were Russia, the U.S. would have already started a ground war. Journalists are supposed to be protected. No one is protecting them, and no one is even speaking out on the insanity that this genocidal rogue regime can just put a kill target on someone's back and then excuse their murder under the guise of, oh, well, they were terrorists. They were terrorists. You guys call everyone that. And remember, no evidence. They don't provide a shred, a scintilla of evidence for any of these claims ever. And you know what? They don't, because they think, why bother? No one's going to hold us accountable anyway. Why do we need to provide evidence for any of the ridiculous claims that we're making? Why do we even need to come up with a new lie? They just say Hamas. They just say terrorists. They don't even feel that they need to come up with a creative lie in order to put a target on these journalists, because why would they? There's absolutely no fucking consequences for this. This is a joke. The post-World War II order, international law, the Geneva Conventions, human and international rights, joke. I don't want to hear it anymore. All of it has fallen away. The entire facade has crumbled. At the very least, I hope that everybody is bearing witness to this and documenting it. We need all of this documented because we know for a fact that they're going to lie. They're going to try to retcon it. They're going to try to rewrite history. Everybody should be paying attention and documenting these war crimes. I'm going to end with this statement from Colonel Larry Wilkerson. This is what he had to say about the Israeli regime some time ago, and he worked in the government.
I preface these remarks with I never, ever believe Israeli figures. I've been in the government too long to know that the Israelis are patent liars. In their intelligence community, in their propaganda community, certainly, and in their leadership, they are inveterate liars. Let me say that again. They are liars. So you can't believe anything that comes out of Jerusalem. It's all
Once again, that statement is coming from somebody who was a United States colonel and former chief of staff to the Secretary of State, Colin Powell. This is absolutely insane, disgusting, grotesque. Pray for these journalists, bear witness, and record everything. They will not genocide them in silence.